Here we go, second video. I know, I didn't expect to make a second one either, but in my defense, I didn't really expect to make a first one. But I'm so glad I did. I had a blast doing it. I really enjoy doing editing and production work and what have you. So I've kind of found my forte at the moment. I like doing things like this, so I'm probably going to carry on. Speaking of that first video, thank you so much to everybody who watched it and has gone to Chris Irving's website, thedrawnword.com, to buy one. I know Chris has had a lot of interest since that video came out. Quite a few people have gone and asked him about them, what the shipping is, this, that, and the other. There was a link in the description, or there is rather a link in the description of that first video for Chris's website. I'll drop one into the bottom of this one as well. So if you want one of those fantastic embossed Madman lunchboxes, you can go to thedrawnword.com and pick yourself up one of those. Now, the reason I'm doing this today, and the reason we've got this strange white rectangle in front of us, is I'm sending what's in front of me here off to be graded today with CGC, and it's a comic I get asked about a lot because it's a comic that you've either heard of or you haven't. If you just know your main superheroes and the Marvel Cinematic Universe and things like that, you may not know about this, or you may have seen the TV shows they did. Maybe you grew up watching the cartoon and you're thinking, I wonder if it's worth investing in the Tick. And I can tell you right now it is, because this is a fantastic comic. It's one of the greatest surreal comics you will ever read. If you like Madman and you like The Mask and some of the Dark Horse stuff that was done in the early 90s, you will really dig The Tick. It's so funny, and the TV shows they did, I think, really captured the essence of those comics, especially the early ones, these ones by Ben Edlund. And I know he had a big say in the TV shows, the live action ones especially, when they put those out. And if you wonder what I mean by live action ones, yep, they did two of them. They did the one with Peter Serafinowicz a few years ago for Amazon, and then way back in 2001, they did a very short run, I think it was 9 episodes, with Patrick Warburton. And that's actually my favourite one. The Peter Serafinowicz one is really, really good. It's really close to the book. But the Patrick Warburton one is just absolutely brilliant. He's one of the best cast superheroes ever, in my opinion. He's the guy that does Joe's voice in Family Guy. So it just works so well. So go and check out those if you haven't seen them. And then, of course, there's the animated series they did in the 90s as well. They did 3 seasons of that, which, again, really, really cool and really, really captures the essence of the book. Strange, isn't it, when you have the creator of a comic helping you? They seem to do well. Hollywood still hasn't figured that one out. But yeah, this is a really smart investment if you're looking to buy something that's going to have a lot of longevity. As I say, I'm getting this one graded, and it's going to make the price skyrocket. Not that I'm looking to sell it, because I'm not. I don't really grade things to sell them on. I grade them because I want them to be kept in a really, really nice condition. I think this is going to come back well into the 9s. It does have a slight dink there, but I don't think that's going to affect it too much. I could be wrong, but I think hopefully this is going to come back as about a 9.2, 9.4. And as I say, this does go really, really high on the second-hand market. So if you can get a copy of this dirt cheap, buy it, because it's one of those books that will only ever go up in price, and it's just insanely hard to get one of this run at times for a good price. They only did 5,000, and this is in the 4,000s. It's like 4,266, I think. So if you can get one that's even lower on that scale, people, collectors especially, tend to go for the earlier releases, if you will, the lower numbers. So if you can get one that's down in sort of the hundreds, you're going to get yourself a really sought after book. But at the same time, don't buy it just to sell it on. Buy it because you want it, and that's what I've done with this. And I genuinely want to get it graded so it stays in a really nice condition. If you just want to read it, there's loads of read copies out there. I think they did 9, 10 reprints of this. There's also the Chroma issues as well, which is this book in colour, which is something that I do kind of like. I like the black and white setup of this, but the colour versions are really good as well. So if you just want a read copy, there's loads of them out there. You're not going to break the bank with them. And I think they even did a free comic book day version of it about 4 or 5 years ago. I seem to remember there was a reprint of it then. So loads and loads of these out there. And just to give you an idea of what you're looking at with these, I don't want to touch it too much because it's annoyingly white. I don't want to get anything on the cover or what have you, not because I'm getting it graded, but just because I'm incredibly anal like that. So loads of fun straight away. That's the only word I can use to describe it. Off the bat, first page here, really, really cool. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. You know, the Tick in this might not necessarily look like the Tick you know from the cartoon series or the later books they've done, but this is Ben Edlund doing this right from the get-go. So he hasn't quite found his stride as such yet. The Tick is kind of serious, I think, in his appearance in this. So he's a little bit more Batman-esque, I suppose you'd say. With, you know, he doesn't really become that sort of surreal, dopey character that we know from the later books, but that does happen quite quickly. They only did 12 issues of this first run with Ben Edlund, and then loads of other writers and artists took over after that, and it kind of became what it became. So if you're looking to get a copy of this, please go out and buy it. Buy every Tick comic you can find, because it's absolutely amazing. It's really, really funny. And I guarantee it will open doors for you to other books like The Mask, like Madman, all those wonderful, surreal indie comics that came out in the 90s. Milk and Cheese by Evan Dorkin is another one that pops up. That's one of the best comics you'll ever read. If you like really over-the-top, surreal, trippy stuff, go and have a look at it. But yeah, if you can get a copy of this one near here, dirt cheap, get it, because it's really, really worth it. And it doesn't go down in price. It's only ever going to go up. Get it graded if you can, and you will have one of the best and most sought after comics out there.